Hi guys, so at the beginning of the year following the end of the Brexit transition period, many small and medium-sized enterprises in Britain were struggling to export their goods into the EU. The reason for this was that Great Britain was no longer a member of the single market or the customs union. It is a third country. Northern Ireland is a different story, but we'll focus on Great Britain here. Now, many of these businesses reached out to the government for assistance. Following many demands from companies, the relevant department set up a body to provide professional help to exporters. The problem with the help was that it was pretty useless. Many companies explained how the Department of International Trade told them in order to get round the new problem of being a third country, they should set up a local office in the European Union. This would help them avoid some of the problems they faced exporting their goods. So both small and medium-sized businesses followed this advice. This isn't really an issue for larger companies as they have either an office already operating in the European Union or they can take the financial hit by setting one up. Now it seems that in regards to haulage, over half of all British firms in the sector have made or are in the process of making the shift to operating in the European Union. However, it must be remembered that it isn't just Brexit red tape that's causing this move. The current driver shortage is creating problems as well. 16 of the UK's largest logistics companies with operations in Europe told a survey that the current border delays, increased administration and paperwork time along with the associated costs, and of course the driver shortage is creating a huge challenge for the industry. 81% told the survey that they're seeing longer border waiting times, 69% saw an increase in paperwork when crossing into the European Union, while just 6% were not seeing any disruption at all. Over half, or 56%, have moved some or all of their operations to the EU, which includes companies which are seriously considering it. Now, it must be remembered that it's extremely expensive to move operations to the EU. You have to set up an office, hire staff, and pay taxes there. This is beyond the abilities of many small and medium-sized enterprises. According to the survey, 19% of haulage companies said that they have avoided the problem by just not doing business in the European Union anymore. Many companies in the sector have been trying to find alternative routes into the European Union in order to avoid setting up there, but about 50% of these companies have said that it's become too much of a headache due to the extra time required. It seems a perfect storm is brewing. As the pandemic restrictions ease, demand will increase for goods, therefore putting more pressure on logistics. For example, demand related to e-commerce was up 120% on 2019 levels in April this year. As we've seen in numerous reports, food and retail are seeing serious supply chain problems. The report also said that due to the rising costs, the haulage industry would likely pass this on to UK businesses, which in no doubt will be passed on to the consumer. As I said before, this will hit those on fixed and low incomes the most. Almost 3/4 of hauliers, according to the survey, said that they have already increased their prices, while the rest have said that they are expecting costs to rise and be passed on next year. A worrying prospect was about 30% of respondents to the survey said that they would avoid working with the food and drinks industry in the future, at least until the problem of Brexit red tape was sorted out. However, we know the government has no intention of doing anything about that at the moment. There is a feeling that things will get better as companies learn the ropes of the new rules and regulations. But that hope has been dashed by the fact that full border inspections on the British side are expected to come into force on the 1st of January next year. Remember that the UK Customs has been basically waving through lorries on the UK side, not carrying out full checks. This is going to add more problems to an already difficult time for the haulage industry. Finally, the report said, and I quote, "Even at this early stage, it's clear that Brexit has had a profound effect on the UK's haulage industry. When we asked hauliers just how Brexit has affected them, 69% said it had caused them to lose business, while 19% are no longer working with European Union companies. In addition, a quarter feel unable to plan properly due to the ongoing uncertainty." At the beginning of this year, just after the changeover, many companies were running foul of the paperwork. They had adjusted the best they could, but it had come at a huge cost. The problems of Brexit will not go away. They are likely to increase in the near future. So much for unshackling Britain to achieve its potential. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?